Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Carol's Daily Sauce. I actually have been gone for a long time. I just looked up on my community tab, and my community tab showed that I had not actually did a community tab in over a month. So, welcome to Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you, the beautiful person that is looking at this video, no matter who you are reminded of all the videos that I upload. So guys, hello. This is a reaction video, but in the midst of the reaction video, really quickly before I get started, I do want to tell you guys, yes ma'am, yes sir, you see a different background. I have moved. I've had a lot of life changes. I've had a lot of things going on in my life over the past, I want to say about the past 2 months. I've lost a lot of weight due to the stress that I've been under, and it has just been crazy. So with that said, I do want to convey to each and every one of you that I'm not being harsh in this video. I'm just being realistic. So this is a reaction video about my Jazzy Life. My Jazzy Life actually did a live earlier today. And in her live, she was talking about being very overwhelming and just some things that most of us, I'm quite sure as single parents, have experienced. But there are ways that we can get through that. And I know that because I got through it. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be straight up ostracizing that video. Now, I have to tell you, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I could never watch an entire video of Jasmine's. And the reason being is because Jasmine tends to repeat herself over and over in the midst of things. And at times, that can be very annoying. I don't know if it's annoying for you. And if not, so be it, you know. But she just got on the video and she was indicating that she was going through. I need to tell you something. We all are. We all are. The whole entire country, the whole entire world is in a state of array because of, y'all know what's going on. And so everybody has all kinds of things that they're dealing with. And life has been hard. Now, when you put into that some other things that have been going on, virtual learning. So basically, she said that she meaning Jasmine, said that she's been snapping on people and she just feels so overwhelmed. She broke down crying. She's talking about she felt like giving up on YouTube and everything else. You can't give up on YouTube. That's how you feed your children. Now, she may get food stamps. I don't know, but food stamps is not going to pay the electricity. You know what I mean? You guys, honestly and truly, I don't have a problem with Jasmine. However, Jasmine whines quite a bit. And what ends up happening is her subscribers feel sorry for her. They start sending her money and they start doing things that are not good for her. Now, what do I mean when I say that? It's just like a drug addict. If you have a drug addict and you know he or she has a habit with a device or a vice, if you know that the drug addict has a problem, a vice with a certain drug, what you're going to do is not give them that drug unless you are an enabler. Jasmine's subscribers oftentimes are enablers. I think she had come out with a video stating that she needed some money for a medication, and obviously she couldn't pay for the medication because it was too expensive or something. Y'all, look, let me tell you, I was telling somebody the other day, I literally had almost 3,000 notifications from YouTube because I haven't been watching it. I just haven't been watching it. So I don't really know what that video entailed about her with the medication, but from the comments in the live chat that she had, people were saying, did you get your medicine? Were you able to get your medicine? How much does it cost? Because I want to cash app you. Look, it's nothing wrong with helping people. But there comes a time when a person has to do things on their own. They have to buckle up and do things on their own. And a lot of times we don't want to step out and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because we may be scared. We may have fears. I know. I just experienced something. But you got to step out and just say, I'm going to do it. And make up your mind to do it. Jasmine has 4 children. And I'm here to tell you, YouTube, as those children get older, it's not going to be enough money for her. When those kids start going to high school and junior high school, she's going to need more finances. Unless Philip gets his butt out of jail and decides that he's going to get a job and help his girlfriend, because she ain't his wife, help her to take care of the children. She was indicating that she's human and she has feelings. We all do. All of us have feelings. Sometimes others don't think about that we have feelings, but you have to be your own controller of your own peace. You have to be your own controller of your own mental well-being. Because what happens is when people can see that they are affecting you in a way, sometimes they don't really want to affect you in a negative way, but some people actually get a kick off making you need them. Crazy as it sounds, some people get a kick off making you need them. So she indicated that she had passed out. That's not good, because none of those children, with the exception of, I believe, Caitlin, are able to dial 911. But have you taught her to dial 911? Somebody in the chat asked her what's stressing her life. And she went in with school for the kids, this virtual learning. She went in with all kinds of things that all of us go through. All of us go through the same thing. Somebody indicated she needed to make a schedule and manage her life. She says, I already have a schedule. Somebody also suggested maybe you need to go and talk to a counselor. Personally, I think Jasmine does. See, the problem with a lot of people who have situations, circumstances, and they're trying to work themselves through them, you can't do it on your own. And I'm saying this with a big old attitude, because guess what? I've talked to a therapist on more than one occasion, and I know that it helped me. But kind of when you're getting to a place, it's not a lot that she can do, because she has to take care of her children. But on the other hand, you still could talk to a therapist and let the therapist know exactly what it is you're standing up against, and hopefully the therapist will be able to help you. Raising her children is her main job. That's what somebody told her in the chat. Hello? That's your main job. She so foolishly said in the chat that her children are irritating her. They're irritating her and they don't appreciate her. Have you ever taken the time to sit your children down? Not talking about the twins, because they wouldn't understand it, but the 2 older ones will understand. And you can sit your children down and talk to them about what is bothering you, what you might need help doing. From what I can understand, Caitlin helps her with everything. I don't have no problem with that. I don't. I had a daughter that helped me with everything. Now, there were times when she had to be that latchkey kid and let she and her brother in the house, that kind of stuff. I cooked for my kids and I provided for my kids. So my daughter didn't help me in that sense until she got older and wanted to help. But I understand what Jasmine is saying about Philip being in jail and how it's making her life almost miserable because everything is put on her. But what she has to realize, she can get through it. Many of us have, but complaining about it won't help it. You got to do it. You just got to do it. Look at Chrissy. Somebody said in the chat, Chrissy has all those kids and she breaks down too, though. We got to give Jasmine credit for that. Chrissy breaks down too, but Jasmine get on crying, talking about, y'all, that live, if she didn't take it down, I don't know, but she was a whole entire mess. Just a mess. Don't care if I get dislikes on this video, but she was a whole entire mess. A mess. So, just like the title of this video, Jasmine needs to refocus, and refresh. Okay? Refocus on what's important. Find out what you can do for your kids or your children to make them be more adaptive to what you are telling them. She did indicate in the video that she's taken things from them. She's taken their toys from them. They can't be on the tablet unless they're on school or unless they're doing schoolwork. So that right there is good. But you cannot at that age allow your children to know that they are dictating anything for you, because they'll run buck wild. They'll run buck wild all through you. So she needs to refocus, and she needs to rebuild and refresh. Her children are young enough to do it. There's no reason why she should not have control. I believe Caitlin is 7 years old. She ain't a teenager. Somebody said also in the chat, they were like, imagine those people who are actually homeschooling teenagers or those that are about to be college students. Imagine that. Imagine being an adult and homeschooling like me. Honey, you got to get focused. You got to get focused, boo-boo kitty. She said that the children, the only thing they think of is themselves, and they look to her for everything. They're supposed to look to you for everything. They're supposed to look to you for everything because they don't have their daddy to. So what Jasmine needs to do, Jasmine needs to seek support groups, whether it be through a friend. Obviously, she's not getting the support that she desires from her mother, so she has to seek it somewhere else. Then she went on to mention that she cried because her brother posts a picture of his friend's child. She needs to grow up, because she's saying, well, he didn't post any pictures of my children. Okay. She's mad because he's posting videos and pictures of other people's kids. That's ridiculous. Maybe he's enamored with or fascinated with what the child did in the video. And she literally got into an argument with her brother. I think the brother was indicating that the child was going to have a birthday party. The friend's child was going to have a birthday party. And he didn't want her to come to the birthday party because she hollers at her kids. She yells at her kids. Okay, don't go. Motherhood is overwhelming. But Jasmine needs to get a grip. Because if you don't get a grip, it's going to grip you. People sending her super chats, telling her to be encouraged, telling her to do this and do that. Jasmine literally needs to look to herself to heal. She needs to look to herself and make up her mind. Buckle up them shoe straps, boot straps, or whatever straps, and just say, look, I'm going to talk to a therapist. I'm going to make sure that I do all that I can so that I'm able to take care of my children. And she has, surprisingly, supporters who support her foolery. I'm quite sure they're young people. Not to say that all young people support that foolery, because, honey, it was some in there that I know, that don't even have children and was saying, I don't have children, but I would do it this way, and giving really good examples. So then this is the part that got me. Caitlin came in, could not get on her tablet to do her schoolwork. Why is Jasmine telling her to contact her teacher? Now, I know, just like you guys know, when those kids are put on homeschooling, you get the computer. A lot of times, I know in the state of California, they offer discounted prices on internet and stuff like that. Why is she telling this little baby, because a 7-year-old is a baby, to get in touch with her teacher and ask her for the code, because Caitlin could not go further in her homework assignment without the class code? Get off the internet and you get the code for her. That's your daughter. How do you tell a child to get the code? Virtual learning in and of itself is hard. I know. I've been doing it for a year and a half. It's hard. So could you imagine how much harder it is for a younger person to not be able to go out on recess with their friends, to not be able to get out of the house and go connect with their friends? I just don't understand. I do not understand. Asking her 7-year-old daughter to go and get the code when it's her responsibility. Jasmine needs to be more involved in her children's situation. You can hear kids in the background, probably the twins, hollering and screaming while she's sitting on a video crying. Get it together. So, what do I want to tell you, Jasmine? Refocus, rebuild, and refresh. Put them children to bed at a respectable hour so that you are able to refresh your mind. You are able to have a glass of wine if you want to once they go to sleep. Or if you want to surf the internet, whatever. That's your refreshing time. Refocus on what it is that you need to do as a parent of 2 children who are in school and learning virtually. Because you know what the reality is? They are a reflection of you. When they're walking around saying things that are not very smart, I almost said dumb, but saying things that are not very smart and acting and behaving a certain way, the only person that someone is going to look at is you, not Philip, because he's been incarcerated all this time. They're only going to look at you because you are the one who has been with them all this time. So refresh, refocus, and then lastly, you need to rebuild. Rebuild what you lost within you. Find out what makes Jasmine happy and do it. It's not a lot that we can do with the world being closed down so much, but you got to do things so that you are healthy enough to be the mom that your kids deserve. I don't understand how young mothers today don't get that. You have to be stronger than your children, because guess what? If you give up, they'll give up. You're all they have. Don't worry about your brother and his praising his friends' kids. Don't worry about yours. That. Worry about your children. Worry about what you are giving your children. Worry about what it is that would make them better. So, refocus, rebuild, and refresh. Those are the 3 Re's that you need to be concerned about. Sorry, y'all, allergies. Those are the 3 Re's that you need to be concerned about. Work on it and work hard. And if I could tell you anything, go and find yourself a counselor or a therapist that you can talk to, because the burst outs with crying and not really knowing from one minute to the next how you're going to handle things, it's not healthy. That's been it for my perspective on Jasmine's Live on today. I'll talk to y'all real soon. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.